Hello, I'm Dr. Lipi Roy, and welcome to my show, Health, Humor, and Harmony. Today's show is another special Oscar edition. Last week, I reviewed Best Picture nominee Women Talking. Today, I'll review another film nominated for Best Picture, as well as 8 other Academy Awards. The Irish dark comedy drama, The Banshees of Inisherin. Set in 1923 on a remote island off of the coast of Ireland, filmmaker Martin McDonagh tells the story of a severed relationship between 2 lifelong friends played brilliantly by Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, both nominated for Oscars, and the devastating aftermath for the former buddies and their close-knit community. As a doctor and a movie fan, I'll talk about 4 major themes from the film that will resonate with you. Let's get started. The first theme is the impact of loss. We all experience various forms of loss throughout our lives, from losing our wallets to losing our jobs and our loved ones. In The Banshees of Inisherin, so many people lose something or someone. Porrick, Colin Farrell's character, is suddenly rejected by his best friend without any explanation.
Now, if I've done something to you, just tell me what I've done to you.
Well, you didn't do anything to me. I just don't like you no more.
You didn't like me yesterday.
Spoiler alert, later in the movie, he also loses an animal that he's really close to. Both Porrick and his sister Siobhan disclose the death of their parents. We all deal with loss differently. Grief is a natural response to loss, and we grieve in different ways on different schedules. When Colm ends his friendship with Porrick, the latter is just paralyzed with shock and confusion. He needs to know why. His sister, on the other hand, has very clear advice. Just move on. Other people deal with loss in far more destructive ways, such as Dominic's reaction when Siobhan rejects his declaration of love. In 1969, psychiatrist Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross introduced the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Remember, you don't have to go through all of these stages or even any of them in order to heal. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. The second theme is loneliness. This should not be confused with the concept of being alone. At the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, many of us experienced isolation. Stuck at home, no job, disrupted social connections to family and friends, no movies or concerts or sporting events. Some people were actually fine with this routine. They found other ways to keep themselves occupied and fulfilled. I think of Colm, who was happy writing music on his own, or Siobhan, who read books and gardened and cooked. Porrick, on the other hand, was a different story. He was beside himself.
And you do have nothing better to do with your feckin' time.
Huh?
You do have nothing better to do with your feckin' time.
I know I've nothing better to do with me feckin' time, but there's better things I could be doing with me feckin' time than to be calling up to you at your house, Colin Doherty.
Like what?
Huh?
Like what else could you be doing?
Reading.
Reading, yeah?
This change in routine, no longer having a daily connection to his best friend Colm, made Porrick apoplectic. He could not find fulfillment any other way. Being alone is just a state of not being with other people. In fact, spending alone time is actually important to connect more deeply with ourselves. Loneliness, on the other hand, is an emotion, a feeling of sadness related to a lack of connection. The third theme is violence as a coping mechanism. Throughout Banshees, several characters, always men, use violence to deal with their emotions. The police officer abuses his son Dominic, physically and sexually. The officer also assaults Porrick after the latter publicly humiliates him.
And you can tell that skitter of a son of mine he better be home by tea time, or it's over the pat of the both of you'll be, and your dreary feckin' sister. Pow!
Oh, hello there, Colin. Will I see you at John Joe's tonight for that pint you owe me?
I owe you no pint. You will, Padder.
Good man yourself.
Spoiler alert, Colum uses sheep shears for self-mutilation. Later in the film, Porrick carries out his anger and revenge by destroying property. In reality, we all deal with disagreements, stress, and trauma in different ways. In kindergarten, when a boy got mad at me, he pulled my hair. Grown-ups get into brawls, they stab, they shoot, they start wars. We need to find safer and healthier ways to process our emotions. Mindfulness and other forms of reflective practice can help us deal with complex feelings. Listening to others with compassion and without judgment is a key step to peaceful resolutions. The fourth theme is fulfillment through art. Colum clearly finds unadulterated joy through music. He loves writing music, playing the fiddle, and bringing other musicians together to create delightful tunes in their neighborhood pub.
I didn't hear those to be a session.
Last minute tea. Colin decided. All the ladies love Colin, you know? Always did.
Yeah, that's not true.
You're still bad, Dominic. Out!
You said back until April.
What do we know?
April.
Well, put that stick outside anyways, and don't be bothering the women.
There's women. There is women. And good ones.
Colum has a sense of gratitude and bliss, knowing that leaving behind music will be a part of his legacy. Siobhan absolutely loves to read, so much so that she received an offer to become a librarian. There's a lot of science behind the healing properties of art, like painting, writing, and music. In fact, there's an entire field known as art therapy. Art is healing because it forces us to create a connection between our mind and our body. Every time you sit down to draw a picture or play the piano, you're using mental processes in a physically engaging way. While there were comedic elements in the Banshees of Inisherin, there were also many moments of darkness. If you or anyone you know struggles with their mental health, please get help. If you're experiencing suicidal thoughts, text or call the 24-hour hotline 988. Well, that's all for today. Here's your joke of the day, Irish themed. Why is Ireland growing so fast? Its population is always doubling. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, rate comments below, and follow my Instagram at healthhumorharmony Dr.Roy. Be well, I'll see you soon.